Due to the quick growth the SUV industry has had over the past 10 years and its status as the best-selling sector globally, all sports car manufacturers have at least one SUV in their range. To compete with the most luxurious SUVs on the market, Ferrari, known for its powerful, melodic and graceful sports vehicles, has finally introduced its first SUV. However, what are we talking about? What features should we expect to see in the Ferrari Purosangue? Ferrari officially unveiled the Purosangue this week after months of speculation, spy photos and anticipation. The Purosangue, Ferrari's first SUV and a four-door coupe SUV officially, represents Ferrari's transition into the other half of life. Ferrari's top engineers and designers worked on the Purosangue, and the result is a classic illustration of Italian elegance. The Ferrari Purosangue will entice you and has enough power to give you a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The Purosangue will hug you with a big dose of luxury inside if you work the entire day. It boasts many features and stands a strong chance of dominating the premium SUV market when it debuts. Competition is challenging, particularly when it includes powerful rivals like the Lamborghini Urus and Porsche Cayenne Turbo GT. The prancing horse used a completely new layout and creative proportions compared to current GT archetypes, the so-called crossovers and SUVs. The Purosangue features a mid-front mounted engine installed behind the front axle. It also has an 8-speed rear transaxle located far in the back, as opposed to the traditional SUV's engine configuration with the power plant ahead or straddling the front axle with the gearbox fastened immediately behind it. The end result is a 49 and 51 front-rear weight balance, which according to Ferrari is ideal for a mid-front engine sports vehicle. It resembles previous F140IA applications, such as the Ferrari 812 and FF, Maserati Birdcage 75th, and even the Enzo. The 65-degree V-angle is the same in this application, but there is also a dry sump and direct injection. In the Purosangue, the naturally aspirated V12 produces 715 peak horsepower. Ferrari claims that although maintaining the linear, limitless power characteristic of Ferrari's naturally aspirated V12s, it is also tuned for low-end torque. According to the spec sheet, this indicates that at or below 2,100 RPM, 80% of the 528 pound-feet of torque is usable. Despite this, Ferrari assures that the throttle response is indicative of a true sports vehicle. The heads are from the 812 Competizione, but the intake, timing and exhaust systems are newly reworked to achieve that. Ferrari likes to point out that this is the most powerful engine in its segment, and it is. The Purosangue's bottom chassis is built of aluminum, while the top is constructed of carbon fiber with some steel components in between. The result is a Ferrari four-seater that is both lighter and more rigid than any other. The rear door opens from rear hinges up to 79 degrees to provide simpler access for backseat passengers, while the front doors open in a more typical front hinge layout. Ferrari's active suspension system, made possible by Multimatic's True Active Spool valve system, is utilized by the Purosangue. This revolutionary suspension design combines electric motor actuation with a high-precision spool valve hydraulic damper into one thoroughly integrated system, providing several benefits over competing products on the market. The electric motor allows the body and wheels to be actively controlled at greater frequencies and with more force than previous adaptive or semi-active systems. The combination of all of these factors produces what Ferrari describes as usability and comfort standards that would put it at the very top of the market, as well as offering characteristics of the Ferrari vehicle dynamics and performance on a level with the rest of the range. The 296 GTB's new ABS Evo controller, brake-by-wire system, electronic stability control, SSC 8.0, the 4RMS system created for the GT-C4 Lusso, combined with the new independent 4WS seen on the 812 Competizione, all contribute to extensive use of electronics to further manage to handle. The inside of the car has what Ferrari refers to as its signature GT sports car style, starting with the driver's cockpit, which was inspired by the SF90 Stradale and is built around a dual cockpit dashboard idea that reaches all the way to the back of the vehicle. All 4 seats can be adjusted to provide comfort and support no matter where you're sitting. Should you ever get behind the wheel, 0 to 62 miles per hour comes up in 3.3 seconds, 0 to 124 miles per hour in 10.5, and the highest speed is 193 miles per hour. It will be available somewhere between mid and late 2023, with a starting price of around $400,000. The question is it worth the price tag? Anyway, what do you think of the Ferrari Purosangue? Do you think it will be able to carve out its own niche in the SUV market? That's all from this video. See you in the next one.